Hi, I'm Chef Meg Galvin, and I've come up with 6 fabulous tools that I love to use when I'm creating recipes for Spark Recipes, and I want to show them to you and just kind of run through how to use them all. Just a kitchen fork, microplanes, couple different sizes on those, a Y peeler, just kind of looks like a Y. I've got a small one and a large one, coffee grinder, rolling pin, and the cotton cheesecloth. So we're going to go through all these. So these are tools that I use a lot in my kitchen. Some of them are just things that you have around the house. So your kitchen fork. I love using kitchen forks. I don't like to use the, when you go to juice a lemon or a lime, my kitchen, I just don't have a lot of space for lots of little tools. So I like to just take a fork, take the tines right into the juice or lemon, and just give it a squeeze. And if you work it around, you extract all that juice, because you're paying a lot of money for these limes and lemons nowadays, so you want to get as much juice as you can out of them. So juicing limes and lemons. The other thing too is that everybody wants to run out and buy a meat fork. You don't need to buy a meat fork. You can just use your regular kitchen fork just to hold your meats and go ahead and carve them. So that's my tool number 1 is the fork. Tool 2 is the microplane or zester. So this is kind of the smaller one. It came from a carpenter's tool that we originated with this, but then I also like this one because it has different sizes. I love the larger size for cheese, to shred cheese right onto dishes. And it's something fun too that kids can work with because there's little risk of them getting cut. But the main thing with the microplane is take your fruit, roll it on the microplane, then roll the fruit. You don't want to go back and forth and get into too much of the pith. So really just run it and roll the fruit, and you can see all the zest that's coming out. So don't push this against, roll the fruit against the microplane. The next one is the Y peeler. I do have a large one, which I just picked up at like a Dollar Tree store. I use this one to peel a watermelon. It's pretty heavy, but for everyday peeling, I like my little one. They can go in the dishwasher. Just make sure that you do dry them when they come out. And I just have some fresh carrots. And the nice thing that you'll see about these Y peelers is that you're just taking off that outer skin of the vegetables. So you're not digging deep, and we get all of the goodness still in the carrot. So these are great little tools. They're really easy on your wrist if you're cooking a lot, and they're lightweight. The next one is my coffee grinder. Now, I only have one in my house. Some people have 2. It's to grind coffee beans. That's why it was originated, but I like it because I like to grind my own spices. Your spices are so much better if you can grind them yourself. So I have some whole cloves here, but flaxseed, spices, cinnamon, you just take it in, give it a buzz. Got carrot on me. So we're going to grind the spice. Now, by doing this, your spices, you're just releasing the oils right before you use them, and that's what we're looking for. So we have some nice cloves, but the problem is we have a little bit of a mess inside our grinder. And if I would come along tomorrow and do coffee beans, my coffee's going to taste like cloves. So how you clean this is you don't ever want to immerse this part in water. What you can just do is just take basic salt. And salt is abrasive, and it will clean this up. So this part can go in the dishwasher. And then this, all you do is you just dump it out, and then you just want to wipe it out with a little towel. But you can see just by me doing that, we've taken out almost all of the clove mixture. So that's the coffee grinder. The next thing that I have is just my rolling pin. I love the French rolling pin, which is just straight. It doesn't have handles on it. It provides a nice even surface to do delicate pastries with. Well, I use my rolling pin for some anger management in my kitchen too, because I like to use it as a meat mallet. I don't have a separate meat mallet to pound out meat. So what you just do is just put your meats between some plastic wrap and pound them out. Chicken breasts in particular, you can see that you have a thicker end and a thinner end. You can get some uneven cooking. So by the time the thicker end cooks, the thinner end's overcooked. So I always suggest that you go ahead and pound out your meats so that they're even in thickness. And then my last favorite tool, now this one, you can't find it everywhere, but when you see it somewhere, it's pretty inexpensive, but it's 100% cotton cheesecloth. And what I do with this is I can make a little sachet, which means sack of herbs. If I'm making a stew or a soup, and I want to use a bay leaf, and I want to use some whole cloves, I just put them in the sack and just tie it up with some cotton string, and it goes right into the pot, so then when the soup or stew's finished, I can just go ahead and pull it out. The other thing that's nice about this cheesecloth is we can see that we have a little bit of fat residue lying on top of this super stew. If you're really trying to cut out your fat, this is perfect for that. You can just take this, place it right on top, lift it up, and what happens is the fat adheres to the cheesecloth, and so you've reduced your fat in your dish. Now you can rinse this out. Now if you do that, you're going to need to throw it away. You can't really wash it. But I like using this as opposed to paper towels just because of the environment. And then lots of times too, a lot of our paper towels have dyes in them. If you see all those pretty patterns and colors, the cheesecloth doesn't have any dye. So it's a great little gadget and little tool for your kitchen to use. So these are my 6 fabulous tools. We'd love to hear on the comments from this video what yours are too.